Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Linepull Podcast, another episode of the Quick Picks. I am your host today, Travis, with Kariahna is with me today. Hello, Kariahna.
Hello, everybody.
How are you doing? I heard you had some excitement last night.
I did. I got to play firefighter while I'm waiting for my application to go through, and I got to watch a trash fire burn.
Well, that sounds exciting. Were you able to put it out? Did you get on the hose?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give it time.
I wore the gear, and I had the little hat on. They call it a helmet, and they get mad when you call it a hat, but I did it.
All right. Well, that's pretty cool. You know, what is it? Have you talked to Justin about firefighting? He's a volunteer firefighter.
I have not, but I might.
I would. He's got some pretty cool stories. I got a couple buddies of mine that are firefighters, and boy, they got some stories to tell. If I wasn't a crane operator, I'd always put a thought into being a firefighter.
That's what my mom did. Exciting. So I was raised by strong women in male-oriented jobs. So
good on ya. Get it. Get you some. So
she's a cool lady.
All right. Well, this little quick pick. We're going to talk about becoming the certifications you need to become a crane operator, and more specifically the testing, because you recently went through and took a couple tests.
I did. I have, yes.
What did you take?
Most recently I took lattice boom crawler and lattice boom truck written tests,
and
then I keep chickening out of taking the practical for no reason other than I'm a scaredy cat.
Oh, I got faith in you. I think you can do it. You just go in there and do your best. Give it all you got.
Every time I've practiced, I've came in under time. I haven't hit I haven't knocked any balls off the poles. I've done it, and then I go to test, and I'm like, nope, I'm scared. I'm good, thanks.
No, you got this. I promise you, you'll get it done. Because I mean, you do have your TLL license, your hydraulic swing cab.
Yes.
How was your practical for that?
So with my first set of CCO testing, I did the core and I did the written, like the specialty, and then I did the practical for that. I took it on my first try, passed it, did really well, way better. I just got nervous, and then I took it, and everything was fine, just like it will be when I go to take my crawler. But I can't. My hardest part is getting past the mental block, because you have to pay to take these tests. So there's money on the line. There's your time. You take time from work and time away from your family and all these different things to go take it, and I don't want to have to keep doing it.
No, I totally understand that. It is nerve-wracking, especially when these tests cost anywhere from $150 to $250.
Right.
And then, you go out. Luckily, like I said, me and you, we're in a union. So getting your hands on the crane to do the testing isn't necessarily the hard part. We could just go out to the unions, whatever local's training site.
Right.
From there, though, NCCCO will have their cut whether you're union or not. Just to get the proctor to go out there and to file the application and the test results is, anywhere from $150 to $200 depending on the course and the testing that it is. And so that is nerve-wracking. And I'll be honest, you passed your TLL on the first time. That's something I cannot say, because I messed up, and because I thought something like I came in within time. Technically, didn't knock any balls off the thing or anything. My mistake was that when I was before the practical, you have to watch a video of all the things you do in the video. And for some reason, within that video, I thought, or I interpreted it as when you run the Z course. You go down, you go up, you go down again, and you set the weight down in the little circle. I thought that you could reposition the weight in that circle for whatever reason. In my mind, I was like, all right, I could reposition it and then give the okay to go again. Yeah, no, I guess you can't, because as soon as I picked the weight up, he started his time. So I repositioned the weight. I set it back down. I said I was good. He said I was good, and that was the part that screwed me up, was the fact that I didn't know that you couldn't do that. So
it's nerves. It is.
Ran over, ran down, and because my time started from the first time I picked the weight up, not the second time, I blew out time. So yeah, no, when I got the results back, said I failed, I was beside myself. I was like, I don't understand. I don't know what the problem was.
Right.
I asked around. Nobody would tell me anything, and so I go take the second one, and I watched the video again, and I still interpreted it the same way. But then once the proctor went through and did his verbal presentation of the rules, he said, don't do that, and I was like,
right.
I think that was it right there. I think that's where I messed up. So yeah, no, it's nerve-wracking to have money on the line.
Yeah, for me, it's just the mental block. I know I'm perfectly capable. I just get there and I'm like, And it's not even that I go to take it. Like, they'll come out, and thankfully, I have an incredible training site. We have, how many cranes? We have 2 crawlers. We have 2 swing cabs. We have 2, little carry decks. And we even have a tower crane.
Nice.
And on site, one of our instructors, he's a proctor. So we don't have to bring someone in or anything like that. And so I know him, and he's like, why don't you just take it? And I'm like, man, I don't know.
It's
in here. It's in the dome.
No, I get it. And luckily, my local's training site is very similar to that. We have an RT. We have a a broader stint, like a carry deck, so that way you can do the fixed cab. Right. They have this old dinosaur of a link belt. Or not, it might be link belt. I don't know exactly what it is, but a lattice truck crane, and we also have a tower. So there's plenty of things to get certified on.
Absolutely.
And the best part, it's all free. You can go out there and you can play on it for, on the weekends and get practice and get tips and tricks from the instructors, because one of our lead crane trainer, he is also a certified proctor, so that it helps out quite a lot.
They know exactly what to look for while you're practicing.
Yes.
They don't, once they're in the proctor zone, once you get to take your test, the attitudes change. It's like,
it does. They're very
who is this guy?
They're very good. He's very professional.
Right.
Separating
it's completely
the teaching mode and the proctor mode, and it's
absolutely.
it's like a light switch flick. He's
it's
like,
impressive.
all right, I'm the proctor, and he's right in that mode. It's
like somebody that you don't even know anymore. You're like, oh,
absolutely. He's like, okay, but off the record, what do you think? He's like, doesn't matter. Nope.
Can't even tell you. I wasn't even there.
Can't tell you. I'm not going to tell you. This is how it is. So, how was your?
Oh gosh, they're ridiculous about it. I get it, but I wish they could just tell you, oh, you didn't do that great. Maybe take it again, so that way over and over you could take it same day. But nope, gotta wait for your results. I mean, technically, I guess you could continue to take it, but
but I mean, like I said, it gets a little pricey. But that's the practical side. Now, I've known guys that would take their practical, and then they'll go take their written, or vice versa, like I did.
Right.
I took my written, and then I went to go take the practical. Now, the written for me, I was taking the practice exams for both the core and my hydraulic swing cab, and I was getting high 90s on the practice tests. And when I went to finally go take the actual written, was I came in high 70s and low 80s. Yeah. That was difficult for me. That was probably the hardest part for me, was the writtens, both the core and the written hydraulic swing cab for both lattice let me rephrase that, for both load charts and general knowledge.
Yeah, so when I got my hydraulic, I had to go through the core then. When I just took my lattice booms, I already have a cert, so I don't have to take the core again. I was worried about that. I was like, oh gosh. The first time I took it, how old was I? I think I was 19, And I was so stressed out about it that I was taking this computer-based test and I was just crying doing these load charts. I was just crying in there because I was so worried. I just spent, $300+ to take these tests, and I wanted to do so well, and I was overwhelmed. I was like, I'm not a grown-up. I shouldn't be capable of doing this. I'm somebody's little kid. I don't know. And I passed. I did well. I did really well. And the
but look
mental
at you
block
now.
is the hardest part for me.
I can understand that, and that test anxiety is definitely a real thing. Like you could know it all together, but the simple fact that it is a test that you've paid money to do makes it is a serious block.
I feel like they should only make you pay for it if you pass it.
I think, but they're
or maybe if you fail. I don't know.
Money, only if you fail. Yeah. So
capitalism.
All right. Well, thank you for taking time out of your morning. Because for us to go through and do a quick pick and to talk about your experiences with taking your written and practical, and you need to get swift kick in the butt so that way you could go out and take your lattice boom practical.
I do. I'm trying to inspire myself.
I have faith that you can do it. I think you're going to do great.
I got so many little projects going on. I'm in the middle of getting my CDL too and everything else. I put all.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
In one hand.
See, when I went to, luckily again, you're in the union. The union will help train you to get your CDL. I got my CDL 3 months.
Not mine.
Oh, okay. See, my local has a tractor trailer.
Oh, we don't.
And so, if you want to get your CDL, because we're mostly a dirt union, so we have a lot of dirt iron out there, and the cranes is kind of like a sub thing for our local. But if you want to get experience on any dirt equipment, or like I said, your CDL, which is typically the first thing most people get, they have a tractor trailer with so that way you can get your air brakes. It's got a 13-speed transmission, so you can get the manual. You could work on double clutching. Although I don't know anybody that actually double clutches, and that's something that drives me nuts about the CDL test. Is like everyone's like, you got a double clutch, which I took the CDL test when I was 21. So that was like 13 years ago. Right? No, 14 because I'm 20. Yeah, 14 years ago is when I got my CDL, and double clutch. And I went to a trucking school through a giant super carrier. So you hire onto the super carrier. They send you to their school. The school actually wasn't bad. It was 3 weeks down in Phoenix. And after 3 weeks of the school, you have your CDL. Then you go out on the road for 6 weeks with a mentor. That was horrible because my first mentor was terrible, and I only lasted 3 weeks on his truck before I was like, no, I'm done. I'm done with you. And then I went and finished up my training with somebody else who was actually pretty cool. This dude, he was a big old boy. Big old boy. And every night we had Subway. So more or less, I ate Subway every day for 3 weeks. After that, I could not eat Subway for about 5 years. I was like, dude, just looking at a Subway, I almost wanted to vomit. It was, and nothing against Subway. It's just, you can't eat Subway for 3 weeks.
I mean, are you getting like the same exact thing every time? Because if you are, that's on you.
You know what? I don't need your criticisms and you to come at me sideways like that, okay? Just because I happen to be picky.
Subway has so many options. There's no reason that you couldn't go to Subway for 3 weeks straight and get the same thing.
At the end of the day, it's still just a sandwich. And sometimes I want more than just a sandwich.
So you're not a pack of PB&J kind of guy every single day?
No.
Oh, heavens.
I don't typically do that, which makes it very difficult in the taxi crane service because you don't have a microwave and eating out gets expensive. So you learn to get creative on bringing out different foods that don't need a microwave.
My most viral TikTok was about eating a cold can of beefaroni, so I definitely understand.
I saw that. I have seen that one, so I got a kick out of it.
Straight from the can.
That's gross because I don't like cold things. Makes it very difficult.
Cold pasta, chef's kiss.
It's like cold pizza. I can't do cold pizza either.
So good.
It's not good. Like, especially, 12 to 24 hour old cold pizza from the night before.
You can't even put it, if you just, we have something called Pizza King here.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. If you ever find yourself out this way, try it.
I do fairly often. I got family out there.
Pizza King, hit it up.
Okay, I will hit up the Pizza King.
It's really good, fresh, right? Ooey gooey, delicious, incredible. But sometimes, I know a lot of people, we were just talking about this last night, just buy it, take it out of the package, sit it on the counter overnight.
Ugh.
Perfect for breakfast.
No.
Oh, heavens. The cheese is, it's just cold just right.
And I think with that, we will wrap up this episode of the Quick Picks. So thank you, Kariahna, for coming out here this morning. And,
thank you for having me.
Oh, not of course. So, guys, look for the Linepull Podcast on any media platform, more or less. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google, Apple, you name it. Our podcasts are everywhere. Please like, share, and subscribe. Help us grow this channel. We're starting to gain a little bit of traction, but we'd like this to become a thing. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions for topics, please go ahead and leave them in the comments. We do read them all. So again, thank you for listening, and look forward to our quick picks come out every Monday, and our main episodes, the big episodes, that come out every Thursday, roughly about noon, depending on your time zone. So again, thank you for listening, and we will catch you on the next one.
Love you. Bye.